Hello Ramen Nation, Chris Cobain here bringing you another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This time it might sound a little different. In case you missed the last video, I forgot to plug in my microphone. So we had to deal with the crappy laptop quality, but this time I got it fixed. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. This is a good battle against Dallas, or as people on Twitch know him, Wolffender. I've always known Wolf for running kind of uncommon sets, and I think that comes through. You get to see that a little bit in this game. It's really fun. Anyway, let's take a look at the team previews here. I'm gonna have my Mega Amp, of course, Durant, Sandslash, Hydreigon, Jellicent, and Tangrowth. So nothing really out of the ordinary on my side. Wolffender here has Pangoro, Mightyena, Goodra, Magneton, Staraptor, and Corsola. So he's got a really low tier team outside of the Staraptor. But what are you gonna do? So let's go ahead, we'll jump right into the battle. So I wasn't really sure who was gonna lead, but looking at his team, I know there's not much that's gonna scare out Ampharos. The only thing that I couldn't touch would be Magneton, who can't touch me back. So I lead with that. He ends up leading with Corsola, so I went Mega here, and immediately I realized he didn't switch when obvious Thunderbolt's coming his way. So I was like, maybe Sash, Stealth Rocks, or some kind of stuff like that. So I was okay with that. I do have Sandy, or Sandslash, on my side of the field. He does have Rapid Spin. This guy's got no spin blocker, so that's fine. He is a Focus, Sash said, but instead of Stealth Rocks, this man goes for Mirror Coat. That definitely caught me off guard. I was definitely not ready for that, and Ampharos obviously is going to get straight obliterated there, which really sucks. So quick death on my side. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Sandslash. I'm just going to finish him off with X-Scissor real quick. No, I mean, I could have went for Earthquake, but I don't know. Might as well. So he goes into Magneton here. My first thought on that was Magnet Rise, and I was actually right, because you're not going to want to hit me with Flash Cannon or anything unless maybe he's spec'd. So I found it weird, but I kind of figured. So now obviously he's going to have a Flash Cannon, he's going to have Thunderbolt, stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead, since he can't Thunderbolt me obviously, I'm going to go into Pringles here to take the obvious Flash Cannon. That's going to do very little damage, which is good. And then I can use that to pivot switch and do Hydreigon, since now he doesn't want to go to Flash Cannon, he's going to want to go for Thunderbolt. Makes a really nice pivot into Hydreigon here, so he can soak up that Thunderbolt a little bit and really force him out, because there's not really anything on his team outside of maybe an Assault Vest Goodra that's going to really take me well. I'm going to kill him with Flamethrower. Now, I think he didn't switch there because he was scared. I am spec'd. Like I said, nothing on his team's really going to take a Dragon Pulse if I predict a switch, or a Dark Pulse maybe, but you know, there's way too many threats, way too many things. You might as well stay and hope to live something. So so he's gonna bring out Staraptor. This thing is a ginormous pain in my butt. I was actually planning on sacking Sandslash there. No more, no more potential rocks on the field. He's not gonna do a hell of a lot to the rest of the team. So my thought was sack him for Springboard Recall, but he goes for U-turn. Fair enough, because it would have basically killed Hydreigon anyway, probably. Pretty sure he's going to be a Scarver set, so he U-turns into Goodra here. I'm going to immediately switch out into Pringles, and yet again, we're going to see what I mean by these uncommon sets. He's running Counter. Works out, I guess, a little bit if you're taking physical attacks. Goodra can't take them super well. I don't think he's sashed either, but now he goes for Sludge Bomb here. My first thought was really? Because my first thing, as I missed the Will-O-Wisp, was that maybe he was trying to just go for straight RNG hacks on the poison, because typically Goodra's going to be rocking Thunderbolt or Dragon Pulse or something that isn't, resisted by me. So he goes for a second one, and he does get the poison there. That's a little annoying more than anything. And then I go ahead and I miss this second Will-O-Wisp, so that's great news. This portion of the match, it becomes really super stally. Not really stally, it's just really drawn out, because neither of us can really touch the other one very well. He goes for Acid Armor, so again, you're seeing these kind of weird sets. I don't know how well Acid Armor and Counter would work together, considering if you're using Acid Armor, you're going to take less damage, so Counter's going to do less. It kind of removes the unpredictability, if you can catch someone off guard with it. you know, then you don't get as much power from it as you would, say, if I took a Corsola down to Focus Sash with Thunderbolt or something, you know, something like that. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead, finally hit a Will-O-Wisp, took 3 tries. He continuously goes for Sludge Bomb after the poison, so there, it's like, well, maybe he doesn't have anything. I went for Willow there, because I thought he'd switch. Now, he knows I have Hex. His 3 Pokemon left are Dark, Dark, and Normal, you know, immune and 2 resistances, so I figured he'd predict that and switch to take it. So I went for Willow because all 3 of them are physical attackers, and maybe, you know, I can get a burn on. But he does stay in. I guess simply just not to risk stuff like that, so I'm going to go ahead and start Hexing now. But to the Goodra here, he's already shown Counter, he's already shown Acid Armor, he's shown Sludge Bomb, so I got 1 more attack. It may be, I mean, you'd assume off the bat it'd be like Dragon Pulse or something, but not quite. After the Hex, though, it turns out he's a red card set, which is really interesting. It's going to force me out into Sand Slash. I think the point of it is for you to hit it with a physical attack, get switched out, and then something gets obliterate with Counter that maybe you didn't want to die. But I don't know. So, I'm going to switch out because I don't want to take anything there, and it turns out his last move is Fire Blast. So, not really going for RNG hacks with the Sludge Bomb. That's just his only real move. Fire Blast would do just about the same and has less accuracy, so might as well. At this point, though, Goodra's way too low. I have Recover, obviously. He keeps going for Sludge Bomb. I think he was just a little too nervous to try to switch into any of his physical attackers and risk me scalding, getting a burn, or risk me Will-O-Wisping and getting a burn on him and completely crippling one of his things he's going to need to make a ginormous comeback here, more or less, so. Which is okay. I mean, obviously I'm completely fine to get rid of Goodra, and once I do, Pringles isn't really a giant deal because the rest of his Pokemon are physical attackers. Too dark, he's going to get pretty obliterated by anything. Goes for Fire Blast there. I guess there was no real purpose to it. Maybe I now know his whole moveset, so I switched into Durant, but they're both not going to do anything, so it doesn't really matter in the long run. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and Scald. It actually crits, which I think mattered a little bit, considering I think he would have lived the burn otherwise. I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't have. Who knows? Doesn't matter. He's dead anyway. So right now, it's kind of looking like, why is this a YouTube video? You know what I mean? Like, it's 5-on-3. I'm kind of dominating outside the Corsola thing. You guys will see, I promise. So, he brings in Mightyena here. I was pretty certain of a Crunch or something of that nature. I was kind of worried about Pursuit. I don't know if he can learn that, but just immediately, that's my first thought goes to God. I hope he doesn't Pursuit and get a Moxie boost. But he does go for Crunch. It gets a defense drop, which is really annoying. I kind of thought this thing might have been Scarfed, but it had a Life Orb. That's okay. He does carry Fire Fang because he's Mightyena, and Mightyena can like every Fang ever, so of course he's going to be carrying that. I do live that just fine. I'm going to be able to knock him off. Again, knock off there in case maybe he goes into Staraptor or something. I don't want to Giga Drain and risk that coming in for basically nothing, so. But I don't want to lose Tang left, or yet. He's going to be very important later. I'm aware of this, so I'm going to bring in Triple H here as he fires off another Fire Fang. Does very little, and now I've got him locked again. Spec Dragon Pulse is going to smack everything on his team, and he's forced to take it. So down goes Mightyena. And now it's 5-on-2. You know, what's this guy doing? This is what this guy's doing. Talon 2.0, perfect nickname. Brave Bird spam go. Scarf, Reckless, Brave Bird, Adamant, powerful. It's such a powerhouse. There's nothing I can do to it there. I have to let Triple H die. I have no other options there. And I'm in trouble, really. Like, that's just it. I'm just in trouble now because this thing is that powerful. I'm going to switch in Tang, which seems like a dumb switch, but I have Regenerator. Remember earlier in the match, I tried to sack off Sandslash when he U-turned. This time, perfect opportunity to do it now. Go ahead, switch into Slash, let him rack up a little bit of recoil damage here. I actually live, which isn't that surprising considering how bulk I am, and I know he's Scarfed as opposed to Banded, so I'm completely okay with that. He's going to be able to outspeed me, obviously, even if he wasn't Scarfed. I'm really super slow because I'm a Sandslash, so he's going to go for another Brave Bird, and I'm going to go down. But the point of this really was to get Ramon's Regenerator going and to lower his HP as much as possible with the Brave Bird recoil. So now I can bring in Tang. And this is what makes me laugh here, because as powerful as Staraptor is, typing advantage and everything, Tangrowth is just that good. Lives it with 30 HP, which is ridiculous. And I'm going to take him out with Knockoff, so there you go. That's just how good Tang. He's RU, ladies and gentlemen. He does have a lot of weaknesses, though, and he's got really bad special defense, so either way, I'm going to take that Staraptor out. It's now 3-on-1. This thing, I know, though, could be an issue. Pangoro is pretty powerful. I'm going to switch into Pringles here as a fodder switch, as also maybe he goes for fighting attack for some reason. Power-up punch, maybe, I don't know. But he does go for crunch. That's fine. It was a sack switch anyway, so Pringles is going to go down. Now, this thing actually hits super hard, and I'm aware of that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring in Tang again and immediately switch out yet again, just like with the Staraptor, 100% for Regenerator and Regenerator only, and bring out Durant. Actually thought Durant would take this okay, considering how bulky he is. Not really. This thing almost one-hits me, so he's definitely a ban set for sure. I'm going to get the outspeed, proving he's outscarfed. I'm going to hit him for about half damage, and then he's going to kill me with Crunch. And it's going to make it a one-on-one that I'm, going in super confident that I've got this in the bag, no problem. He's going to go ahead, and go for another Crunch. And in typical try to destroy Chris fashion, it crits. Oh my god, and it almost, like, puts me in range here. Thankfully, with the Giga Drain Big Root, I'm going to get back up to half HP, and I know I can live one. If he would have gotten defense drop there, I don't know. I mean, considering with a defense drop it would hit like a crit, and it took me down to 30 again, maybe, I don't know. It would have been RNG power, but it could have happened, so. But it doesn't, thankfully, and Tang is going to be able to finish him off with a last Giga Drain and end that battle. As an incredibly close 30 HP left, 1-0, when at one point it was 5-on-2. So, if nothing else, this battle really shows the power of Staraptor. But, like I said at the beginning, pretty interesting sets by Wolffender here. The Mirror Coat on the Corsola, the Counter Acid Armor set on Goodra. It's really cool to see. They're definitely uncommon, and I like seeing sets like that, especially when they work, which Goodra not so much, but Corsola definitely did, completely obliterating what was at the beginning my all-in-one counter to Staraptor, really. So, but either way, guys, that is going to be in the battle. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. I get out videos as much as possible, once every few days. It'll alert you to when my videos come out. And if you guys haven't checked out my live stream, make sure you do so at twitch.tv/xchriscobain. I stream 6 days a week. It's a really fun time every day. Talk to the viewers, we do battles, all kinds of stuff. Good way to get a battle with me, and possibly get on a YouTube video if we have a really good match. So anyway, that is it for me, you guys. So I will see you guys in the next video.